what's your thoughts on Manny Pacquiao's career? Somebody who's been fighting at the top for a long time. What's your thoughts about him?
He's a living legend. He's still showing that he can compete with the top guys, and he can beat a lot of those top guys. So he's gonna be a tough fight for anybody, whether it's Earl, Crawford, Sean Porter. If he beats Earl, any of those top guys, Manny Pacquiao will be a hard fight. He's not an easy fight.
Is Devin Haney going to be fighting at 40 years old?
Hopefully not.
That's 20 years from now.
I know. Scary.
Devin, have you got sort of your fingers in any other pies? Is it just boxing for you at the moment, or is there other stuff behind the scenes, perhaps business-wise, that you've got going on for when you do eventually retire?
Of course, I'm setting myself up for after boxing. That's what I've been talking with Eddie a lot about. Just setting myself up for when I'm done, because obviously I can't box forever.
You're getting a lot of comparisons at the moment to Floyd Mayweather. But if you have to liken your style to one boxer,
I like Roy Jones. I like Roy Jones a lot. I like Floyd. It's great to be compared to Floyd. Floyd retired unbeaten. He's the face of boxing, so of course that's great. But I like Roy Jones a lot.
Eddie, you were looking for that big American superstar. Do you feel like you've got it in Devin Haney?
Yeah, we've got it. There's still work to do, but what we have is the basis of the next American superstar in boxing. And sometimes you need to make sure that fighter's got the work ethic and the drive to get there. And that's why I'm so comfortable with Devin and Bill, because there's no one going to stop him. The only person who can stop him is himself, and he won't allow that to happen. He's 20 years old living in Vegas. Like, what would we be doing if we were 20 years old living in Vegas, Not doing what Devin Haney's doing, which is getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning and running 10, 15 miles. So his discipline's unbelievable. And sometimes you've got to check that he's 23-0, 20 years of age. WBC interim world champion, about to become WBC lightweight world champion. But I believe the first of 5 weight class world championships. I believe he's that good, and he's got that kind of drive where he's the kind of individual where when he wins a world title, he won't be satisfied. He's always got to push himself, whether that's unifying the championships, whether that's moving up a weight class, And when we talk about our business in America, from a selfish point of view, you need the top talent, and you need the future. And I believe that the biggest and the best future of American boxing is with Devin Haney, and actually global boxing. I mean, look at his turnout here today, it's incredible. He's from Vegas, he's come to London, he's only just starting his career, and this is a bigger turnout than I've seen from a lot of British world champions. So you guys are behind it, the hype is real, and there is a lot of hype, and he's got to justify the hype, but we're going to enjoy watching him do that.
Devin, what's the other side of that coin? What made you sign with Matchroom USA? I mean, I'm sure you had a lot of competition for your signature.
Yeah, I basically had a contract from every top promoter, but when I saw Eddie saw my vision. He was willing to co-promote with me and work with me, and he it was some other terms that he was willing to work with, and what better man to work with? He's so far, he's been everything that he said he would be, and everything is going great.
Eddie, can I put you on the spot and say, out of all of the young fighters you've got in America and Britain, is he your most prized possession?
Yeah, I mean, certainly in America, I think that we've got some amazing talent, but our talent in America is really the established world champions and the young kids coming out. I mean, a lot of guys that Devin knows. Nikita Ababi, Amo Williams, Reshat Mati, Ofer Jones, these kind of guys, Raymond Floyd. But Devin's already there. He's effectively an interim world champion. So he's kind of like already established as a star, but we've still got a long way to go. But I think when you talk about, show me other potential superstars in the sport of boxing in America. Devin Haney, Gervonta Davis, who's probably one step ahead in terms of commercial draws. Ryan Garcia, Virgil Ortiz. These guys, and every promotional outfit has got the guy, and Devin is our guy in that position, ready to take over.
Devin, will you only be satisfied moving division once you've got the undisputed belt?
Say it again?
Once you become undisputed, will that be the only time that you change division, or would you be happy to win one?
Well, my body's still growing, I'm still maturing, and I've been saying that 135 is not easy for me to make. So I don't know how much longer I could be there. Once I bump up to world champion, hopefully I can unify or see what happens, and then move up to 140. But I will not move up to 140 without becoming world champion. You know, I'm taking every weight class at this time, and I want to become multi-division, multi-weight world champion.
Devin, I know you sparred with Ricky Burns yesterday, but who's the best British fighter you sparred with, and is there many?
Let me see. I don't know. I haven't really sparred with many. Let me see. Yeah, I can't think of many that I spar with. There's this one dude going around named Joseph some shit, Joseph Laws or some shit like that. He's talking about Newcastle.
Yeah, he's fighting on a Newcastle show. You leave me alone. He sold 1,000 tickets.
Hold on, I just gotta clear this up. He's going around saying that he beat me up in sparring or something. I don't know what he's saying. He posted like a little snippet of a 3-second clip that I don't know, but he's going around saying that he got the best of me in sparring, which is a lie. So whenever y'all see him, tell him that he's a liar.
Devin, Spence or Crawford, and do you hope those guys are still around when you make it to 147?
It doesn't really matter to me. Those guys don't make or break me. Lomachenko doesn't make or break me. There's a lot of guys coming up right now, like Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, Virgil Ortiz, who are the next generation of fighters, and I feel like those are going to be the big fights for me. I think those guys like Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford, I think they're the generation before me, and by the time I get up there, those guys will be at the end of their career or gone.
Who wins out of those two guys?
50-50 fight. I don't know. On any given night, those guys can beat each other. And they're both my friends, so I can tell.
Yeah.
Is there any rivalry between you and Ryan Garcia? We know in the amateurs you're 3-3 at the moment. Is there any sort of rivalry?
Yeah,
or
it's
you
a
guys
rivalry.
friends?
I don't like him.
You don't like him?
No, I'm just kidding.
That would have been a great headline.
I like Ryan. I like what he's doing. Like I said, hopefully we can make that fight in 2020, 2021. Coming out of amateurs, we tied it. So in the pros, we gotta, we gotta break that.
Eddie, thoughts on that fight?
It's a mega fight. Bill and Devin want that fight now, and I'd be willing to make that first fight off the bat in 2020. But I don't know whether Ryan, not that Ryan's afraid, but sometimes promoters like to build. You said that. They like to build an asset that they've got, but I believe the asset that we've got beats him. So I'm willing. If I didn't, I wouldn't want to make that fight now. I'd be saying, we can build that fight. But really, I'm that confident. Let's do it first fight in 2020. The Zone loved that fight. I mean, we was with them this morning. Loved that fight, and it's a mega fight for boxing. But I will be honest, it does get bigger and bigger and bigger. But I think 2020 is the perfect time, and it would be for a world title, I believe.
Eddie, from a commercial perspective, what makes Ryan Garcia so big?
I think he's a good-looking guy. I think he speaks well. I think he's an athlete.
Does the Mexican thing help?
Yeah, of course. I mean, the Hispanic audience, even though he don't speak Spanish, I like Ryan Garcia a lot. I mean, he's an exciting fighter. He's got a good style. He does have leaks, but a lot of young fighters do. He's got a big following socially, and despite the tiff with Golden Boy, I think they've done a good job pushing him as well. He sells very well, and he's a big star. Ryan Garcia's a big star. All right, guys, thank you very much. Well done, Devin Haney.